everybody, this is Grace, and I thought I'd do a little update on this channel. I don't usually do those on this channel, but yeah, it's been I'm doing it from my car, by the way, in my SUV, and it's not running. It's been like this for almost 2 weeks, and we took it to the shop, and just like the last time, they fixed it. We got it home, it started fine, you know, the way home was fine, and the next 2 days later, it wasn't working again. Same thing that happened last time. Last time we had it towed in twice again. So, yeah. And this time, he did the thing of jumping. It's the battery's just totally dead. And he did that, and then he drove it around, and sure enough, the next day morning, the battery was dead again. He has some little tester for the battery, and it drains it totally. And I said it has something to do with security. We couldn't remember what it was the last time, and today I was thinking it was something to do with the security system on it. Now, it's just too quiet for me when I'm doing a video. It's always something going on. But anyway, the day that it did this was the day I had taken a vacation. I'd put this all on my vlog channel. It was a somewhat of a vacation, a mini vacation, just me by myself. It was that I just couldn't handle being around a rather narcissistic, histrionic type person in my own home. Again, and so I just left and went and stayed at a hotel. I had it for 8 nights. I went there that night just to get away, and then I said, I'm going to stay a week. And I'd already said that I was going to do this at some point, and so I went ahead and did it. And but I went home, I think, after 4 nights, 5 days, and then I went back for another night, and 2 days, kind of thing. And just to get away, you know, sometimes you just have to get away from it. Really. Anyway, the last, I was telling Adam that, you know, little things went wrong, of course. And I told him one day, I said, you know, usually when he and I take one together, or I take a vacation, he does, whatever, something big is going to go wrong. I said, nothing had. Sure enough, that last day, after I turned in my card key for the hotel room door, walked out, got in my SUV, turned it on, and Adam was on the phone with me as I was doing that, and the SUV started jumping. The motor, the whole SUV, and we took it to the shop. He came to get me, and we took it to the shop, and finally, like about a week later, not close to a week later, they said that it had something to do with air, I don't know, air getting to the motor or something like that, I don't know, and supposedly fixed it, and they didn't. Yeah, well, they fixed that, but, you know, they fixed one thing, break another, and I was pretty angry at that point. Yeah, I guess I was in a way, and I told him, I said, you know, they do this every time, and, I mean, it's not the first time it's happened, and let me call them. I finally chilled not too long after that, and, so, yeah, so we waited. That was Monday or Tuesday, several days, so. Okay, so for the most part, I've been home for about almost 2 weeks, and 12 days, I guess, and not making videos. Yeah, I think I went out once to do something, and that's what I do when I'm going somewhere. I make the videos, which I probably need to stop doing. And I know how to do them where I have, you know, photos or something, you know, slideshow and voiceover now, but it still just doesn't feel right. I don't know, you get used to something after so long. I guess it's been 2 years maybe I've been doing them while I'm driving. And so, yeah. Okay, and yesterday I've been working on this project. I could say I've been working on this project for most of my life. But this one, I have a lot of binders that I give myself refresher courses so I don't forget everything that there is that I learned all those years as a career student. And this time I put together a binder and finished it yesterday. Like I said, it was it had included research on avoidant personality disorder, social phobia, which social anxiety, borderline personality disorder, the defense mechanisms, and complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and a comparison between those two, all of them really. And it's kind of interesting that they kind of overlap, but then again, I think all the personality disorders in some way overlap with the anxiety, I believe. I can't say that 100%, so don't quote me on it, but there is an overlap with anxiety, and you don't really call it the cause of, but that's how people think of it, is what's causing it. Yeah, or the cause of them. Anyway, so I put that notebook, that binder together. It's pretty big, and it's, like I said, a lot of current research on these. Some of them just definitions and everything. I haven't read all of it. Yeah, that's a lot of reading. But some of it I studied in the past. Like I said, it's refresher courses, but I don't remember studying it, or at least it being called that, borderline personality disorder, when I was an undergraduate or a graduate. But I've said that before, and then something else, other things, more than one. And then as I'm studying them, I remember. So there's so much to study, and it's not just the disorders, so much that goes into knowing what all of it means. And then the research. My focus, when I worked on my master's degree, was in sociology, and my focus was on research. So, yeah, there's a lot to all of it. Well, I focused not just on research, but yeah. But I studied, I don't think I ever mentioned this, I don't think so, maybe so. But I studied to become a counselor for women who were not in relationships, whether it was through divorce, breakups, just having never got started getting into one, and then before they were settled in one. So in between, that's where I was going to focus on. So a lot of my study was on gender issues, not just female, but male and female, and relationships and along that line. So, but anyway, this borderline, like I said, I don't really remember right now, but I do understand that some of the things about borderline is that I think that it's not a good name, and I know a lot of people don't think it's a good name for it. But the borderline, from what I understand, is like they border on various disorders, not just the personality disorders, but disorders, different ones. It could be comorbid, with something else, and it's just bordering on them. But at the same time, they can go to the malignant end of it. I don't know why I had trouble with that word, but they can go like narcissism or histrionic personality disorder. They can go way far into them, but it's not just those. So, but usually they have something more than one, and it's awful. It's very difficult to treat, for them to work their treatment, really. And to me, it's kind of like bipolar. People who are bipolar. I've known people who have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I don't know if they say personality disorder in there anymore. Anyway, bipolar and borderline. And yeah, I've seen the ones I say that to me they're more narcissistic, histrionic. They're borderline. The two of them that I'm thinking about. I'm not always thinking about those two, though. Okay, I had a pause there because one of my dogs found a way to get the door open and came out to get me. Yeah. I don't know how that dog does that, but I did feel the wind blow, so maybe, I don't know. I shut the door, so I don't know how that happens. I think that dog jumps up and opens it up. That would be funny, but I have seen that can happen, so yeah. Okay, stream of consciousness kind of video. I like those. That's how I like to do them. But I've been making my videos really short lately. And I did put up a video today that I had on my vlog channel. It was one of those PowerPoint things that I made. And it was about empaths and highly sensitive people, anxiety at work. And one of the things that, I have noticed a lot is the labels people put on things like empaths and highly sensitive people, how much that is just like avoidant personality disorder, and it could even be considered under complex post-traumatic stress disorder, borderline personality disorder. Yeah, there's so many different things in there, and that's one of the things I was thinking about today. So I put that video up. I had it on my desktop, sitting there for months now. I have 3 more that I'll keep thinking I'm going to put up one day. Yeah, whenever that comes around. Okay, so anyway, those things that I mentioned earlier that I put in the binder, that's what I'm going to be doing more videos on. I think I say that, and sometimes I don't follow through. Something else comes up. But yeah, this kind of thing is what's generally on my mind. I was a career student in it, taught at college, both college and university, and then took a sabbatical, and haven't quite gone back to anything, sort of. But, not at the same. Yeah, I got burnt out really bad. So, and that's another thing that I've been thinking about talking about is burnout, like compassion, fatigue, burnouts, caregiver burnout. Now, I wrote papers on that, but like people who take care of their elderly parent or their sick child, or that has to be monitored 24/7, with other caregivers, or people who work in senior living communities or hospitals. Yeah, I've been thinking about that and how you get burnout with that. Burnout with a lot of things, really. Like we have overexposure to so many things these days. It's media, social media, just overexposure to what other people have and do, and making us want this or that, not having that. How much is not living in your life as it is? Being mindful of what's going on around you instead of watching your computer or your cell phone. Yeah. Go get my front door on my house open again. That's kind of scary. I don't know how that happens because I shut it. But, yeah. I'm surprised the dog hasn't come out to greet me yet again. And anyway, I guess I should wrap this up because I have no idea how long I've been talking on this. But what kind of topics do you like if you've made it this far? A lot of people don't make that far into my videos. But, yeah. Before I stop, I did try that other, what is the name, Patreon. And I put a video up on there. It wasn't that great. It was just something I put it really quick. Nobody watched it. So, yeah. I don't think I'd try that again. But, yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about my videos being so short. Could be a good reason why I don't have that watch time minutes. And I've mentioned that on my channels combined, yeah, I have enough subscribers, but I separated my channels because different topics and everything. But I think I'm going to reel it in and not do any of the other topics and just focus on this kind of thing. Things I learned I could share, and all the while giving myself a refresher course. Maybe go over some of the other kinds of disorders also. Asperger's is one of them I would like to go into also, because somebody I know was recently diagnosed with that, or that I heard had been diagnosed with that. I don't know how recent it's been. So I know what it is, but I'm going to give myself a refresher course on that too and go over it. Okay, time for a new front door. Yeah, it opened again, and like I said, and the dog finally did come out, and he was, I'm surprised I didn't have to chase him. He doesn't usually run away. But anyway, I'm going to get into deeper ones, other ones deeper, get into other ones and get into them deeper. Yeah, and I started thinking about when I have all these binders and I went through them and all the things that I have information on, and I was thinking that in some way, for most of them, many of them, I have mentioned them, but not always by name, not by term or whatever, but in many of my videos. Anyway, I think that's enough for this video for now. Probably going to have to use some kind of something. I don't know yet how to take something like I've recorded on this and then put a different background. I don't know how to do that yet. You know, so I don't know what I'll do. Anyway, that's enough of this video for now. If you want to subscribe, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. If they come up, like, subscribe, comment, share if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.